And we are running our society as if we are pieces of a machine, and as if the world is a machine.
And what we create from that is a world, in a sense, based on the notion that we're all separate. And from that, we create education based on the notion that we're separate. And so we honor and enforce independence and competition. We create our business environment based on the idea of scarcity and competition. And so we fashion our world on the idea of needing to be significant at someone else's expense.
That's pretty much the message that I got as a kid. Separate yourself from the pack, be number one, and win. Western society in general, we feel we exist fundamentally as singular individuals and only secondarily as social beings. And that tends to create separations.
It isolates you. It tries to make you passive and apathetic as far as the political system is concerned, and active as a maximizer of consumption.
Your job and mine is not to be a citizen, it's to be a consumer. This is the great mantra after 9/11, go out and shop.
I think one of the fundamental messages in the American marketing machine is that wealth and happiness are synonyms. If you want happiness, you have to have wealth, and you have to buy stuff, own lots of stuff.
There ain't no reason things are this way. It's how they always been and they intend to stay.
We do feel like lonely people in a lonely planet, in a lonely universe, but we are far grander than we've been told. The science shows us that we are all connected, that we never were alone. We're always part of a greater whole.
Here's a story, a true story, to show just who we've become. Once there was a native tribe that lived in peace and harmony for thousands of years, and every day the routine was the same. Hunters would go out from the tribe, and when they returned, the bounty from the hunt was shared equally by all members of the tribe. No one went hungry when food was available, not even the weak, the sick, or the elderly. One day, the most skilled hunter said, "I'm the best hunter. I kill more than my share of deer. Why should I share the bounty of my hunt?" And from that day forward, he began storing his meat in a high mountain cave. And then other skilled hunters said, "We kill more than our share of deer too. Shouldn't we have the right to keep the bounty of our hunt?" And they too began to store their meat in high mountain caves. And then something began to happen in the tribe that had never happened before. Some people, especially the old, the weak, and the sick, began to go hungry while others were well fed. In fact, it became so commonplace that no one even thought it unusual that some were starving while others had more than what they needed. And now that story isn't true because it happened. It's true because it's happening. We are that tribe. I am that tribe. Nature is very clear on this. In fact, there's one fundamental law that all of nature obeys that mankind breaks every day. Now, this is a law that's evolved over billions of years, and the law is this: nothing in nature takes more than it needs. And when something does, it becomes subject to this law and it dies off. An ocean, a rainforest, the human body are all cooperatives. A redwood tree doesn't take all of the soil's nutrients, just what it needs to grow. A lion doesn't kill every gazelle, just one. We have a term for something in the body when it takes more than its share. We call it cancer.
There's only one way of eating an elephant, a piece at a time. And so, well, you can't do anything about global poverty, but yes, you can. You can do something about this guy. Because you see, remember, the sea is really only drops of water that have come together.
You know this if you don't do anything, and if everybody around you does nothing, things will stay.
The power of one. Desmond Tutu, the power of one. Nelson Mandela, the power of one. Mother Teresa, the power of one. That man standing in front of that tyke. Everybody has that power of one. Just do something.
You can blow out a candle, but you can't blow